Good day, everyone. This is Arnold Becker, and I'm back with a little bit of material out of the book I've been reading. It kind of really stood out to me, and I wanted to make some time to kind of just share with you something that I've read. And this is the separation of talent and skill is one of the greatest misunderstood concepts for people who are trying to excel, who have dreams, who want to do things. Talent you have naturally. Skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft. Will Smith. And the book says, we need to make certain that the skills we develop don't limit or define us. At the end of the day, talent provides a deeper well than skills. And I share these two together because while you have some natural gifts and abilities, everyone has something they're naturally good at. And actually, most people are good at a couple different things in different areas. And we can hone and develop in those areas by developing the skills that go along with it, complement it. But sometimes we've got to develop skills that aren't in our area of natural talent. And we have to help bring them up to the level of our talent. And you hear the 10,000 hours thing, and that's completely true. When you're working on something, you're gonna have to work towards that 10,000 hours. You know, when my oldest son's learning to drive right now, and in that context, the first time he drove the car, it took him 4 minutes to drive out of our neighborhood. And it's like a quarter of a mile. It was killing me. But now he just drives right out. You know, there's no delay. He just, goes on his way. And so eventually, as he becomes more skilled in driving, and he spends more hours behind the wheel, the law here gives him more freedom, and he will gain a greater sense of the car, the motion, distance, speed, all those other factors that go into driving that car. Now, there are some people that have a natural ability to drive, to swim, to play golf. But you still have to polish your craft. You still have to work on it. And so Will Smith is famous for saying that he will either outlast somebody or he'll die on the treadmill, right? And he has worked at his craft. He has really developed his abilities, and maybe he had some natural ability in there. Definitely, he had some natural ability to sing, or he would not have gotten his initial introduction into acting as a young man. And Michael Jordan. I can't talk about performance without talking about Michael Jordan, because this is a kid. As a young man, as a kid, he was out practicing 7 nights a week to improve his talent in something that he loved. And we can argue and debate over who the greatest basketball players of all time is, but that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about how when he left basketball for 18 months to go pursue baseball, he was woefully out of skill, out of depth, when he was going up against those other guys. And he tried it. He dipped his toes in the water. But he realized that he could go back to basketball and he can work with his coach, his mentor, and make a massive impact in the sport. And I don't know very many people that would be willing to say that era of the Bulls championships, probably arguably one of the best performing teams of all time, if not the most or best performing team in basketball history. So I don't know. You guys know I'm not a huge sports guy. I love it for the work and the hard work and the analogies for that stuff. There's amazing examples of men and women in sports that have done phenomenal feats. Some phenomenal feats. Distance, speed, just so many different things. So, I jokingly tell people that change is the only constant. And I say it like that intentionally because, well, let me just read this. If you don't like change, you're going to like irrelevance even less. General Eric Shinseki, former U.S. Army Chief of Staff. And I wanted to share that and couple that with change, with my little saying about change, because change is really the constant. Everything changes. Things change all the time. And as simple as 1 second becomes the next, 1 minute becomes the next. The sun goes down, the moon rises sometimes, and sometimes the moon doesn't rise. But I say this because change is a constant. We may choose not to change, to not grow, and then that negatively impacts our future possibilities. If we are willing to grow, to change, then that opens up whole new avenues sometimes. Sometimes it opens up whole new career fields. We just don't know the possibilities that are out there. And we should not be afraid of change. I will be completely honest with you guys, which I try to do anyways. But I say that because I wanted to just emphasize that I, at one point, hated change. And sometimes I still struggle with it, to be completely fair. But when it comes to changing what's in here, I have tried to go after that aggressively, to change my mindset, to change my thinking. And primarily because I didn't like where I was. I didn't like my results from not changing. And I'm super thankful for this group that I've gotten. I'm super thankful for the group that I've gotten active with, because change is their bread and butter. And being able to work with a couple couples has completely accelerated my ability to adapt and change what's between here, which then flows out into, because your thoughts become your habits become your actions, right? The whole train of that whole thing. So that's something that's huge. What are you going to do about it? Are you willing to change? Are you willing to go to work on your mindset, your skills, and developing and strengthening the talents that you already naturally have? It doesn't matter what you have. It matters what you're creating for yourself, in yourself. Those things that we are willing to change about ourselves, to improve, to grow, to strengthen, pays back dividends that you are not going to believe in the long run. I know a guy who, it was said about him in high school that arguing early and late. If he found a line crooked, he'd argue it straight. And this is one of the most patient, understanding people that I'm aware of. I've met him a couple times. I've talked to him. But I haven't earned my way into his circle yet. But I look forward to that opportunity because he and his business partners have such high integrity, such humility in the face of personal growth and change, that I want to be as much like them as I can. Because I know that I can be better. And I pursue things because I like to win. And really, by learning to grow and change, by developing talents and skills, I win over me. I defeat the old me. Every day I take that one little inch forward. And you can too. You can absolutely do that for yourself and in your own life. There's tons of books out there. I've got over 250 books on my website, turningleafs.com, where you can go get a recommendation. And there's hundreds of people out there that are telling others what to read, what to do. Here's my recommendation. Find somebody that you trust that is growing and changing and developing, and seek their counsel. Maybe they have time to mentor you. Maybe they don't. But you won't know until you ask. So what I encourage you to do is pick up a book. The reason I do the podcast, the reason I do these videos, and talk about things I'm reading, talk about principle-centered, living a principled life, is because reading changes our minds. And I don't mean like favorite color is blue, now favorite color is purple. I mean like we get to pick how we change and grow. We get to pick how we develop. And that intentional curiosity in our part is just a beauty to see in action. One of the things I absolutely love is watching my business partners that are newer to our business than I am grow and change. I love it. So my friends, if you get value from this video, please like and share it. I'd greatly appreciate that. If you're looking for somebody to work with, because what I do is I help you become the best version of you. If you're stuck in a job, you're looking for a promotion or to move to a new position, the coaching that I do can help you with that. I can be your guide along that path and help you there. Otherwise, like and share. And I hope you guys go out and make it a great day. Go out and make it a great week. I will talk to you later.